Get pause YouTube. How's it going, everybody? Got for you guys today a pretty fun, quick Wi-Fi battle that I had against Marky. Unfortunately, I do not know his Twitter, so whenever you see it, man, please leave a comment down below. Let me know, and I can add your channel link and Twitter link in the description. Now, I'm using a U team that I used in a battle last week, I think, and this was a team that I got from my boy Jason Dang. I didn't credit him last week, so that was my fault. But yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy this, and if you do, then you know what to do, guys. Much like always, try to get 300 likes or more. Thank you guys for the recent amazing support on my videos. Actually, it's been really great. And for those of you who don't know, we actually recently hit 18,000 subscribers, so that's amazing. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully we can hit 20k by the end of this year, so just continue doing what you're doing, guys. Commenting, liking, sharing, favoriting, all that shenanigans. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, I don't want to ramble on too long, so looking at team preview, I see that he had an Archeops, which I found to be very odd, but I know how big what their Archeops is in NU, so I wasn't knocking him for trying it out. The biggest threat I saw, though, going into this battle was probably going to be that Porygon Z, just because if it turns out to be choice specs with adaptability and tri-attack, it's going to deal a massive amount of damage to my team. Also, if it's an agility nasty plot variant, I really have to watch out for it and not allow it to set up. So I'm going to be leading off from a Victini, hoping he wouldn't lead off with the Archeops. Thankfully for me, he does, and he actually ends up leading off with the Empoleon, and he has absolutely no safe switch into a Choice Banded V-Crit. I know I'm using Victini again, guys, but honestly, Victini is like one of my favorite Pokemon to use, and it's a good Pokemon, so I don't know why you're getting upset at me using a good Pokemon. I mean, I don't want to lose, so yeah. Anyways, I surprisingly OHKO the Empoleon. I actually thought that he would go for the Stealth Rocks. I guess he thought that I would go for U-turn, predicting him to switch out. As he switches into the Porygon Z, with me being at -1 speed, I know that I will not be able to outspeed him. So I switch into my Mew thinking, okay, he might go for an agility this turn. I can take the hit next turn, maybe try to go for a Will-O-Wisp or go for a Psychic. Turns out that he has the Dark Pulse with download, and he did get the +1 in his special attack, so unfortunately for me, I end up losing my Mew, which does kind of suck because Mew would have come in handy later in the battle, as I can get a free switch back into my Victini. And with Victini naturally outspeeding Porygon Z, I know I'm in a position where I can just safely go for another Choice Banded V-Create. As he ends up bringing in the Mew, I honestly thought this would be an easy 2-hit KO. It is a 2-hit KO, but Victini takes that hit way too well, and then it turns out that he has Rocky Helmet, so I'm thinking this must be a physically defensive Rocky Helmet Mew, which I actually thought was kind of cool because normally Mew are especially defensive, and then he has the Rocky Helmet, which I don't know, I think Rocky Helmet's a really awesome item, so I really like this Mew set. But I'm honestly in a position where I can just stay in, go for another V-Create, as he does end up outspeeding me because I believe I was at -1 speed if I'm not mistaken. So this turn thinking, alright, he might go for the knockoff or maybe just go for another soft bullet. So what I'm going to do is switch into my Abomasnow. I want to say Abomasnow. I'm just going to say Abomasnow. I'm going to bring in Abomasnow, as he makes a nice play, and he actually ends up going for the Stealth Rocks, and because I did get the Hail up, he's going to end up getting knocked out by the Hail. Now, I don't like running with Soundproof on Abomasnow. I think it's kind of a waste. I like being able to have Hail, because I can rely on it ending sooner than I would want it to, on the off chance that I do Mega Evolve so it doesn't restart again. And honestly, in UU, Soundproof doesn't really come in too handy. As I switch into my Hippowdon on this Toxicroak, I know I should be able to live any move that he wants to go for, so he's going to end up going for the safe Drain Punch. Now, I am max special defense, max HP, and this Drain Punch does entirely way too much damage, which means if I allow him to get up a Swords Dance, he might actually be able to OHKO me maybe. If not, then he's going to get off a humongous amount of damage. So I'm just going to stay in. I'm going to make the safe play, and I believe I do just end up going for the Earthquake because I don't want to give him that free Sword Dance. Not to mention that Toxicroak can learn Ice Punch. So at +2, he most likely could knock me out with the Ice Punch, if not Drain Punch. So he ends up switching directly into the Archeops. Now, unfortunately, I have nothing to hit this Archeops with. So what I'm going to do is just stay in, go for the slack off, see exactly what he wants to do. As he ends up going for the knockoff, I'm going to take this opportunity to get on my Stealth Rock just because I want to start getting off a bit of residual damage on his team, and I highly doubt that he has Defog on Archeops because he most likely had Defog on the Empoleon. So I know that going for the Stealth Rocks is my best play to do, plus I should be able to live and take any hit that Archeops wants to go for without worry of him possibly 2-hit KOing me. As he switches into the Sableye, I obviously cannot stay in because he can go for the taunt, preventing me from whirlwinding or slack-offing, or he can go for the Will-O-Wisp, just completely neutralizing my Abomasnow. So what I'm going to do is actually switch, not my Abomasnow, sorry, my Hippowdon. So what I'm going to do is switch into my Abomasnow this turn, thinking, alright, if he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, just because I can go for the Blizzard next turn. As he actually ends up going for the knockoff, I guess maybe thinking that I would switch into my Victini predicting the Will-O-Wisp, which honestly is not a bad play whatsoever because that was a play I was thinking of doing, but ultimately I knew that Abomasnow would have been my safest and better play to do, just because even if I did get burned, as I said, it doesn't really bother me because I do have Giga Drain and Blizzard as a special stab form, because I think this also has Wood Hammer and Ice Shard, so obviously those wouldn't be useful, but Blizzard and Giga Drain would be. So I'm going to stay and just go for the Giga Drain, thinking, alright, this turn is going to go for the Willows. But he actually ends up switching into the Archeops, which surprisingly enough lives the Giga Drain, but because I did get the Hail Up, I'm going to be able to knock him out with that. Even if I didn't have Hail Up, which I don't know why I wouldn't, but I could have just gone for the Ice Shard next turn. So he's going to bring in the Toxicroak, and I'm going to make a rather aggressive play because I know that if I give this Toxicroak a free, did I say Toxicroak? Toxicroak a free +2 in attack, I'm going to get utterly destroyed. So I stay in, go for the Blizzard, predicting him to over-predict, predicting me to switch out. As he does Swords Dance, I'm going to be able to easily OHKO him. And at this point, his last two Pokemon are the Porygon Z, which I'm going to leave in a Abomasnow to prevent him from getting up a free Agility. And then Victini can knock out Sableye if it comes down to it. And if he didn't go for the Agility and lived my Blizzard, then I guess I could have just brought in Mancha, which should still be faster. Even then, I could have switched around and allowed the Hail and Sandstorm from Abomasnow and Hippowdon respectively to knock him out. And then Sableye would have been knocked out by my Victini. So yeah, in the end, as I said, this was just a really fun, quick battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, then make sure to hit the like button, guys. The support is greatly appreciated. And if you guys missed my previous Wi-Fi battle that is playing on your screen right now, there should be an annotation on there, so make sure to go check that out. And if you missed my upload from yesterday, which was a video with my girlfriend Laura, then you guys can go check that out as well. And with that being said, guys, I have a bit of a different kind of upload for you guys tomorrow, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. And with that being said, I will see y'all tomorrow with that different kind of upload. So yeah, later everybody.